On the show The Originals, would you be a werewolf or a vampire?
100% werewolf, because I was raised by wolves up in northern Canada. So I'm very dog positive. So werewolf, 100%. I could get behind that.
Okay, I might get in trouble here. Well, what's The Originals?
It's a show that follows this vampire family, the Michelsons, in New Orleans, and they have to encounter like werewolves, witches, other vampires, and try to survive, and there's like family drama. It's on Netflix right now. Watch it.
Okay, I will watch it, and I will be. I'll just to play off Dave's. I will be a vampire.
Will you be a sparkly vampire from Twilight?
No, I want to be a vampire from Interview with a Vampire.
Yes.
I want to be the stat.
And Rice.
Oh, watch out, Dave. You okay?
I've just been drinking. It's okay.
Well, what's it?
I think I'm passing out from the blue
vampire.
What? So hot. So hot.
So hot. Can you do the what's that song?
Check it and see.
No,
I got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do more than dance? I'm hot-blooded, hot-blooded. Bow, 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 bow. Everybody, I'm dodging there. I don't know what happened. It's the vapors. It's the vapors. Give me some sassafras. I need a mint julep.
Hello.
Hi, friends.
Hello, ladies.
Okay, I feel kind of bad because I feel like
You're wearing a fabulous dress. How can you feel bad?
Thank you.
That is
my
amazing.
gosh.
Gorgeous.
I've gotten more compliments on this dress today than I ever have in my life. Thank you so much. Okay, so I feel bad though because I feel like I know David's answer to this question. Okay. But play along. What is something from this show that will haunt you until the day that you die?
I think I know what you think you know about my haunting McHaunterton. But Adam's first.
The girl that I had to kill in the hospital bed. Because like Mick was he's quite a sensitive chap. And that was really hard for him, and the reaction of the Winchesters at that point in the season, where he was really trying to, be true to himself and be true to what he believed in, as well as he was starting to crack and turn a little bit away from his brainwashing, his Kendrick's, not the gin, his Kendrick's brainwashing. So yeah, that kid and she was young as well, even the actor, so it was tough.
I was very mad at you personally.
You what?
I was very mad at you personally.
I know, so I can understand why. I can understand why. But did I win you over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. David. So the fact that Mary blew you off?
I'm going to do answers as two parts. The actor, the David Hayden Josie actor, is haunted by the fact that I hadn't gotten my motorcycle license yet, and I didn't get to do my own bike riding, so I'm going to solve that this summer. Yeah.
But he wouldn't put, there is a caveat to that. He wouldn't have gotten it anyway because the helmet wouldn't fit on his head.
This is a true story, which many of you know already. But I think if I'm going to do like the old 70s talk show, and you pull out the card and you write on the marker, it's going to be Chupacabra. And anyone here who calls himself a Supernatural fan, if you have not seen the Chupacabra blooper video from season 12, run, don't walk to your next Google station. What am I, 78? Let me tell you something about the Google station. You put in some words, some digits. I don't know how it happens, but the universe says, here's a funny video of cats and the tiki-talkies. You go look at some comedy on the interweb.
Yeah, but don't worry, you'll never live on the internet forever.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah. So did I get it right? Chupacabra. Well, thank you. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. First, I have to say that I'm obsessed with Dear Santa. My partner and I watch it every year. It's like our tradition.
you so much. That means a lot to me. That was my first Christmas movie.
I love it. It's so great.
Thank you so much.
My question is, if you and Adam had a day with the Impala, where would you go? What do you think you would do with the Impala?
Oh, can we take it to Ireland?
We can take it to Ireland.
Let's take it to Ireland.
We'll go to the Cliffs of Moher.
Would you?
Well, first of all, we'd have to drive by Jensen's or by Dean's house and pull some, like, we'd steal it from outside the house. Pull some donuts, is what we call them in Ireland when you just do like the, what do you call them here, donuts? Yeah. Pull some donuts, give them, flip them the bird,
It's not pull.
bring it, and then just drive off.
Pull some donuts is not a thing. Is it a thing?
I've driven the Impala.
Have you really?
Yeah.
When?
Well, I've driven that A1. The one they bring to the cons. I took it out for a burn one day and sent Jensen a video.
Does Jensen have an Impala? Does he have one of those?
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah. So we can actually go and do this for real. We can go to Jensen's house,
Go to Austin,
steal the Impala,
put it on an old mid-century schooner in like 6 weeks over to Ireland.
yeah, send it to
That'd be fun. I would.
And then send, like, you know the way people get photos of like a little doll everywhere they go, and they post it. We can just send Jensen a photo of us, like, you know, fornicating on the car. I mean, I don't know where.
Why? Why do you have to share our secret life?
Fiction writes itself.
It's private.
Just like sliding all down the back. Well, you would.
Hey, you know what? You've got an H in the middle. Can I do D and J on the other side?
Yeah!
He's mine, ladies.
D on one cheek.
Oh my God! That just that just reminded me of something. Oh, the brain is a mysterious organ, isn't it? I'm talking about other mysterious organs. Hey, listen. What? So Adam and I, we were both girl dads, and we're just loving being dads together, and we're telling stories. But this is a cute story because my daughter, I don't know where she got this, and I swear to God, I Googled it. I asked her if she had seen it from a movie, and she doesn't lie. She's really honest. But she said she just made it up once. She's like, Daddy, did you ever get a wedgie in your chocolate holder? And I was like, in your chocolate? I know! And I think because 2 weeks later she had, it happens to all our kids at some point, doesn't it? The schoolyard, little rhymes.
Yeah.
But she had delved into the world of milk, lemonade.
What's that?
Milk, lemonade, round the corner chocolate's made. Fudge. Or, and she said, and then she comes up, she goes, hey Dad, I have a cool version. Because she just learned about cover songs. I told her what a cover song was. She's like, I have a cover of milk, lemonade. And she's like, milk, lemonade, round the back, Nutella's made. I'm like, you're 6!
That's relatively tame from the schoolyard ones that I grew up with.
Well, you're
Bang Bang Rosie? No.
There's 15-year-olds in the front row.
No, but it's actually, no, it's not appropriate. They're like, no!
But like, please feel free. I Googled it. I swear I tried to find it from any media because I was like, oh, she heard that from someone. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Bang Bang Rosie, Rosie bangs all day. Who's gonna bang for Rosie when Rosie goes away? Rosie had a dog. His name was Diamond Dick. She often saw his diamond, but never saw his bang bang. And it goes like that. So it's like. And there was many other verses that are that was the most clean verse I could think of.
Hey kids, if you like Chocolate Holder, you'll love a bestiality song. We always start up so nice. It's always pleasant and oh.
We gotta get Jake
Which
out
one,
here.
are your parents here?
I blame the blue suit.
You can take a swing at me if you want. It's okay. Take a swing at him, actually.
Thank you for offering me his tribute.
Hello. Let's see if we can clean this up.
Hi.
My question to you guys would be, if you guys were Sam and Dean, which one would be Sam, which one would be Dean, and how would you guys act together?
Well, I'd be a nice mixture of the two. All the handsome bits from Sam and all the handsome bits from Dean. No, I think I would. I would be Sam for sure. Yeah. If we as people, not as our characters. I would be definitely more of a Dean and he'd be more of a Sam.
Because I'm just like, one of the great things that I loved about Jared in between takes is like he's such a, and I say this in the most beautiful way, he's such an intellectual nerd. He loves wordcraft and puzzles and riddles and stuff. So we were constantly doing riddles and etymology and all that sort of stuff, and we were like, and then Jensen would come up and be like, nerds. I'm like, this is art imitating life right now. Like, what's happening here?
And me and Jensen would be on the other side of the stage laughing and pointing at them.
Drinking whiskey.
Ah, yeah. Real men.
Why do you solve science problems?
We're talking about football over here.
We're gonna shoot some stick while you make your potions.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as biochemistry. So there you go. Hi.
Hi. If there was a supernatural spin-off based on men of letters and you had to work together to take them down, like
take down Kendricks?
No, like the men of letters, like get them away because of their bad tactics. Because towards the end, you both.
So if we turned on the men of letters, if like Ketch lived and he was alive, and if we were to turn on the men of letters,
you guys had to take down the men of letters.
By the way, epic spin-off. Let's just be honest. Yeah, I think that would be.
We had talked about this before. We were like, I wanted the idea of what would the global men of letters look like if they became a unified group. Like you'd have Japan, Brazil, Australia, Canada, you know, Canadian men of letters.
Hey, I'm sorry. No, Mr. Werewolf, you're okay. Yeah, just go over here. Sorry.
Yeah. So we're trying to make up with Sasquatch, eh? So we just took him like a 2-4 beer and we just said, hey, let's take it easy. We don't have to fight each other. Let's just give it a hug and have some beers and some chodes around the fire, right?
And have some Nutella.
For like go to Timmy Ho's and get a double-double and we'll call it a night, right? Do you have Timmy Ho's in Jersey yet? Has it made its way down? Tim Hortons? No. Vermont has it?
The coffee is good, actually.
But not New Jersey? You got Timmy Ho's in New York, but not New Jersey.
New York.
But I think we would actually, to answer your question, it would be a fun double agent thing, where we would work from the inside, don't you think? Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good way to do it?
Yeah, and like I think the first port of call would be to kill Dr. Hess. Would be like,
because you were close to being a double agent, right? Like if you had lived,
I was on the way
to being that.
Yeah. I think that would have been. To answer the question even better than someone asked, well, what would happen to Mick? I think that's exactly. He would have tried to, because he would have felt bad for all his brethren, and even people like yourself, and Lady Bevel, and everyone else that came through the horrible institution that was Kendrick's. And I suppose that's what he would do. He would try and get back in there. He would execute Dr. Hess in the most insane way possible.
Do you think you could deprogram Ketch like Ketch tried to program Mary? Do you think there's a way out of the brainwashing?
Well, I think by the end of by the end of the show, although you didn't have a heart, you kind of had a heart. You know what I mean?
Well, I had a heart and then I didn't have a heart.
Yeah, you had a heart and you didn't have a heart. Yeah, but like I think you know what did you say that one of your last lines about the friends?
Yeah, I love that. My favorite little line that sort of got me a little bit in my feels on the day.
Yes,
with all the backstory was when he gets out of the hospital bed and he goes, I have to see my friends. And I think that's the first time that he's ever known what friendship is.
Aww.
And
that Ketch. He's an asshole. No, but I think I honestly so to answer your question, I think Mick would have tried to kind of infiltrate that side of you, whether it would have worked or not. Hey, listen, we're the writers. We can do whatever we want.
Well, and you'd be like, we're going to get you some really nice therapy, Ketch, twice a week, and some hugs.
I might have to, it might have started off with a big, fight where you're getting the better of me, and then I had to, trick you, and then cage you, and then feed you, nice things, and play, the sound of music.
Like I'm naked in my own filth.
No, I would put those on you. A nappy. I put a nappy, a diaper.
Like a man diaper.
A miper on you. And then I'd have you in a cage, and Clockwork Orange. You know, have you seen that movie Clockwork Orange?
And you like do the eyelids and the deprogram.
So they and they show you all the war and stuff, but I would show you nice things. Like the Teletubbies and
like in My Pretty Pony and Rainbow Dash. And
yes, My Little Pony. I love that. Or Care Bears. Remember the Care Bears? Care Bears, steer. And then you would go, oh, you wake up one day, you'd be like, oh my God, fluffy clouds. No, life is great.
And then he comes out and he's cured and catches a furry.
Yeah, you're a furry. You were in my head right there. Like a big, well,
I just looked at myself. I'm like, easy, Jones, you're a partial furry right now in your little cosplay.
There's a lot of explaining going on in your head.
Okay, there we go.
Lisa, how are you, I love? Was it this side? No, it's this side. Yeah, this side. Lisa, how are you, I love?
Question for each of you. David, when Asmodeus and Ketch had their fight, did you get in the harness so you could be thrown around, or was that your double? And
so, yes, the only two things I didn't get to do in all of my fights, and I was really happy to be able to do most of them, they would not let me go through a table. That was, the harness, I did have some harness stuff, no, there was 3, so I got thrown against a wall, like one of those, the pole ones where they get thrown, and then 2 through a tables, and all of that had to be doubled. And that's just, if anything goes wrong, the reason why stunt people are there is so you can do the rest of the show.
You can keep acting.
Because if you get hurt doing one of those things, like it screws the whole schedule up.
They let me do, because my last night filming was that big scene with Dagon, and my stunt double, he was awesome. Like he's standing there and he does a backflip from this backflip and lands on his back on purpose.
And he's got the full plate,
he's
right?
Got the, you know that the tortoise kind of shell thing. So he landed on that. But so before he did that, I was like, you know what? I can probably take care of this stuff myself. And I get blown into the side of Baby and fall off the back of Baby, and I did it twice. I was like, oh, I'm fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I had a bruise down my ass like the next day.
And that's and that's the thing too. Like you're shooting at night in Vancouver, right? There's something about the Vancouver cold with the saltwater air that just gets into your bones when you're shooting in the winter up there. It's just like, so doing physical activity like that, you must have just felt like so. I've never been so sore in my life though, because your adrenaline is riding so high, and like especially the one with Jensen, like the final Dean catch fight in the library there. I was walking funny for 2 days.
That's like our weekend in Paris.
Yeah, well. Oh, Adam. Discretion, sir, discretion.
Yes, Lisa.
Was the time you got hurt worse filming for Mama Bear or somewhere else?
So I did. Some of you might not know Matt Cohen, one of our great friends, and used to come to the cons all the time. Unfortunately, his job doesn't allow it, but you'll get to meet him, those of you who didn't meet him yet. And he directed this short called Mama Bear, which both of us were in. And Richard Spate, and Brianna, and Kim, and Jim Beaver, and
Matt directed the F out of it.
He directed,
so great.
If you haven't seen Mama Bear, seek it out. Is it still not available?
I think it is. I don't think it is. Yeah.
We'll you know, I'll find out and post it on Twitter. But we did this. So I did this big fight scene with Matt's wife, Mandy, and she kicks the shit out of me for the whole thing. And but in the rehearsal for it, they had the camera really close because we were doing it on what's called a oneer. So it's one shot. If you ever watch a film or a TV show and you don't see any cuts, don't cut from me, then cut to David. One shot. It makes it really hard to film because you can't make any mistakes and everything has to be pre-planned. It's like a big dance. And so we were rehearsing it with the camera, and on a camera you've got these 2 poles that stick out the front of the camera, like that. And it's to put the matte box on to hide, like to protect it from like glaring light like that. Anyway, probably too much detail. But anyway, these 2 poles are sticking out like that, and I have Mandy on the ground, and I'm about to break a bottle over her head, and but she gets me with a punch. And so she punches me and I move my head, and my head went right into the side of the pole of the camera. I busted my head open. Oh my God. Now when you're filming a big blockbuster movie, you've got endless time and endless amounts of money. You don't, but you have a lot more than when you're filming a low budget short with all your buddies. And so I look up and I see Matt's face and he's like,